good afternoon everyone. I hope first of all that my sound and my picture are okay. I've been struggling, hence why I am 10 minutes late. I'm not fashionably late, I'm technically late, but I hope everyone's okay. Hi Mum, hi Christian and Hannah. Okay, just a quickie, if those of you that are new, these are live streams that I do stream live to subscribers here who are friends, and we do have a live chat. So if you are watching this back, you can open the live chat up, or you can join and come and say hello. If you want to lurk, by all means do, because not everybody is confident to talk, and that is absolutely fine as long as you enjoy the show. Hello Ray Ray. Hi Shannon, hi Kenny. Hello my lovelies. Okay, so as you can see, I have actually made this is the one we made earlier version. Hello Suzanne. Hiya honeys. I hope you're all good. I hope you're all okay. If there is a slight delay, there will be like a 30-second delay from what I say to what you get. So just a little one. Hello Pamela. Hi Pickle and Joe and Cassandra. Wow, Cassandra, you're awake. Robin, Joanne, I've said hello. I think Monica, Tammy, Christina, Tara. Good afternoon, everyone. Pat, April, Cherry, lots of you. Good afternoon. Okay, so I have put the link to our lovely page that we're doing today, which I really love. Hi Linda, hi Sherry, hi Miss Fab. Yes, you caught a stream. Okay, so this is by A Lace of Fancy Dreams. As I said, I've put it in the description, and if you give me 24 hours after the stream, I just say 24 hours to make sure that I do have enough time. I do provide any links that you've asked for, any links that we've used, and also the colours, although I will be putting the colour cards when we're doing it in the stream as well. So if you do want to watch it back and follow along, you can just pause and follow each section. Hello Bianca and Katie and Gary, hey! I wish your little doggy better. It's horrible when they're not well. Hi Monica. Hi everyone. There is a huge amount of you, which is so heartwarming. I hope everyone's safe first and foremost. I hope everybody has been doing well. I have been a little bit under the weather and it still continues, but it's just because I am not going to the doctors right now. I'm just too anxious to. Hey Patty. So good to see you. I hope you're doing better, honey. Hi Della. Hi Charlotte, welcome. Okay, so as I said, we have got quite a lot of new subscribers, so everyone here in chat will be absolutely warming to you. If you feel that you you don't know anyone, that's fine. We all get to know each other. It is absolutely beautiful of you to join us. Hi Eva. So what I will be doing is this. I don't know why I had a vision and I saw her as a golden-tailed mermaid. So I sat there this morning and I thought I just want to have a little go. So if you do want to try this and you haven't got the Luminance, I'm going to convert from polys to polys. So I'm going to convert the Luminance to Polychromos. I won't convert to any other set. I think the polys have got the closest colours in what I have done with the Lumies. So that's why I said give me 24 hours, because I'll sit and work them out. Hi Leah. How are you? Suzanne, you're excited you placed your first order for pencils and colouring books. So exciting. Oh, you'll never go back. You'll never go back. Good morning everyone, for those of you that are getting up and joining us. So I will convert them. Hi Melody. Okay, so give me a little while. I've got to sit and convert them. And Mum, bless her, she wanted to do it, but she hasn't got the Lumies. I understand not everyone has them. So that's absolutely fine. You'll need these colours if you have them. I will go through which colours I've pulled out. And yes, I use a little bit of everything. Hi, Amanda. And as you know me by now, some of you have been with me a long time. You know I use a million pencils. Okay, so in the Lumies, I have picked out Sepia. And that is this one you need a hint of. And that is the very end. So you won't need this pencil until the very end. We've got brown ochre 10%. We've got burnt sienna, we've got raw sienna, I'll leave them on the screen so you can get them, Cornelian and apricot, and those two blend at the bottom of the towel, so it's not in screen, but you can see they're like, you know, a hint of orange. Hold on, let me get those in shot for you so you can screenshot as well. Okay, primrose is your highlighter. Yellow ochre is going to be a hint again. Yeah, I know it's a lot of colours, but I'll show you how we mix because a lot of them are mixed. Brown ochre 50%, brown ochre, burnt ochre 50%, burnt ochre, and buff titanium. Now, buff titanium and primrose are highlighters. Sepia is the very last for a tiny bit of hint of, shall I say, dark into your burnt sienna, and the rest we're going to mix. So this is what I have pulled out. As I said, I will do a conversion for you in Polychromos, and if you haven't got the Lumies, don't worry because you can always match them up to Polys. So they are what I've pulled out, and a Posca pen. Posca, I would say no thicker than the 1M. This is 0.7 millimeter, but don't get any bigger than the 1 millimeter because what will end up happening is that you'll go too thick and it will ruin such fine detail. It'll be too much. Now, you just need those few things. So I say few. They are few, really, because it's only just a set of pencils. Hi, Rochelle. Hi, everyone coming on in. So that is the ones that we're going to do today. So we're only going to do the Mermaid Tail today because it's part 1. And then when I come back, I'm going to do a golden hair. Now, I have been doing golden hair on this Mariola girl. And I have also put up the combination for that on my Instagram. Now, we've done so many hair series. We did 10. But if you wanted me to add this one in, I'd be more than happy to on another stream. And this is like a golden blonde. It is like a dark blonde rather than a light blonde. Not the golden one that we've done before. That was a hint lighter. This is a little bit darker. If you want me to do that, I'd be more than happy to. Because I love doing hair. It's my thing. I just love it. Like everyone loves something. I love this. So yeah, perfect. So that is what we're going to use today. And I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to rush. Yes, please. Okay. It was so that I did that with Lumies, Polys, sorry. So I've got the colours there for that. And I really enjoyed doing that. Okay, so we'll get started. I'm going to do this one with you. This was just my tester sheet, which is always so handy. Oh, Kenny. I absolutely love doing it. I love doing it. I just find so much joy in hair, and I love making that sort of realistic tone. Yes, I think with this girl, I don't know, you get a vision in your head. The person that did that one, was Mariola Budek. I'll put her shop in the description as well after. But that's Mariola. This one's in the description already. This is Lace of Fancy Dreams. April, I'm not sure. I haven't been as active this last few weeks because I've just been really, really, really rubbish. But I'm feeling okay. I just think I'm all out of balance. I've been getting really bad migraines and stuff, so I haven't been looking at screens as much. But that I'm not here for that, so I won't go down that road with you all. I'm here to bring a little bit of joy. So yeah, let's get on with this one. Okay, so first off, we're going to use our dark. So we're going to go for a darker colour, and it always works to kind of plan out what you're going to do. You're also going to plan it out with your white, and that is your Posca pen. So I don't want to lose, so I'll bring you right down. I don't want to lose the detail and the highlights on the towel. So we have like some little, can you see them? So in all that dark, we've got these little tiny highlights, and I don't want to lose them. And the only way not to lose them is actually pre-plan it with your Posca. So if you're not throwing it on the floor like I am. Oh, of course you are. The thing is, it's not so much skill, it's just practice. Yeah, I think so, Suzanne. It gets to that point, doesn't it, hun? Ah, Monica. Pickle, I missed what you said. Everyone's congratulating. Hold on, I'm going up. I'm going up. I'm going up. Oh, yay! You got the polys. That is amazing. I knew you'd end up with them, though. You did, Barbara, and I am going to. That was today's stream. Okay, so first off, we're going to need our burnt sienna. Is that in your screens? If there's any problems with sound, any problems with anything, please just shout it out at me. And yeah, I'm happy to adjust. Okay, so we're going to need burnt sienna, which is our Lumi, and I always will have my card in there. And you're going to need your Posca pen. First off, give it a good shake. Hello, Debbie. I have been planning. I did my bridesmaids cards and sent them, and they were over the moon. I made them cry. And I also have been looking at stuff, and I've emailed, and yeah. You are, Pickle, you are. You always had it in you. Okay, do you want me to come down a tiny bit more? I can't go in too much, otherwise it starts to blur and pixelate. So first off, you're going to redo these, but this just enables it not to be lost. So those little highlights that we have, you just need to get them going again. I need a bit of spare paper. Hold on. So get your Posca going. My Posca seems to be temperamental and I need to place an order, but I was so reluctant on buying Poscas whilst this has all been going on, and using Amazon for just 3 Posca pens. It just seemed pointless, didn't it? Okay, so all those white bits that we've got, I'm going to reapply every single one of them. So all of them need to just be applied, and this just make sure that even when you put the colour over them, they stay there. Otherwise they get lost, and you don't want that, not with the highlights. So just if you're going to do this, it's just very easy to just quickly put these in. And as I said, I've got a 0.7mm nib. It's the metal nib. I just find it the best one for detailing. So I just put all these in there, and especially on all the dark areas. You can come back to the lighter areas after, and it just keeps your highlights all there for you, and all you have to do is just go over them and reapply them later, but it just stops it all going. And the same with these ones. So all that dark area is going to have this really nice highlight, just like that. Just plonk them in. Okay, so let them dry for a minute. Where they might be dry is the first area that you've come to. So now, just very lightly, I'm going to start to plan where I want my dark areas. You can go over them because you're going to reapply them, but it just keeps it there for you because it's paint. And remember, if there's anything for me, do pop it in caps, or anything to capture my attention, pop it in caps, because sometimes the chat goes quite quick and I miss things, and I hate that. And I must admit, and it's funny because Rebel asked me the other day, do you never watch your streams back? Very rarely. Hiya, everyone coming on in, very rarely. And I'll tell you why. One, I hate listening to myself and I end up muting it. If something's flagged up to me, I'll go back and I'll mute myself. Or if I quickly want to check that a quality has come out okay, I will do it. But other than that, I very rarely watch my streams back, other than if someone needs me to see something. So do make sure you pop it in big capital letters. This one is by Tiana, and it's Lace of Fancy Dreams. Thank you so much, Shannon. I I have also popped the link in the description. Okay, so we're just planning this out first of all. It's roughly took me about 2 hours, so if you're here for the long run, we'll be here for about 2 hours. Just saying. So how is everyone? What have you been doing to keep yourself occupied? I've been seeing lots and lots of amazing colourings. I've been seeing lots of mermaids. It does tie in with mermaid, and it will be something you can apply to any one of your mermaid pictures also. So yeah. I know, I'm the same pickle. I think we've all got issues with that, haven't we? We're all like that. Yeah, everyone says, oh, I love your accent. And I'm like, oh my God, I hate listening to myself. Okay, so you can see where the dark is there. Now, can you see all those highlights I've kept? Oh, you're so funny, Gracelyn. I use a cardstock. I will put it in I'll put it in the description after the stream. This is just a 160 gram, which is about, well, £80 roughly, I think. Cardstock, and it's matte. Right, some of them that you get have got a shiny surface. They are absolutely no good to you. Their pencils are going to slide. They won't be of any use. I've got one, and accidentally they sent me the wrong cardstock, and it was absolutely useless. Nothing sticks, so it's got to be a matte. Now the Nina Classic, I believe, is roughly the same if you're looking for a branded thing, but other than that, I'm not quite sure. Okay, so with that burnt sienna now, all I'm going to do is just come out slightly and just place the edge so that it's going to blend out into your next colour. So on the side of your pencil, very, very lightly, just adding a little bit to blend outwards with. Now, I find that if I do that, it's easier to blend out. If you leave it as one harsh edge, you're not going to have like that graduation. So it's very important at this part just to get your section right so that you can work with it when you come back. Don't worry about going over those highlights because, as I said, they're paint, so they're going to stay there now, whereas where they wasn't paint and they were just in the illustration, you would have lost it. So yeah, thanks Shannon, bless you. Shannon's like on it all the time, like bam. such a beautiful person, thank you so much. Okay, so now with that same color, I'm just going to come to my part here, and you know this area. Now we're going to come back here in a minute. I'm just going to make sure that with my pencil I'm going to go in those little scales, and again this is another really important step, and I'll show you why. When you put the highlights in, if you can see there's dark little lines, it keeps the scales, and I did that here as well because it's so easy to lose the scales, and with an illustration when it's on the paper, it's really, really easy to lose that amongst layers and layers of colour. So just very lightly put them in. And again, I'm going to go light here. You're going to build your colour up as you go along. This is just an easy way to start it for you. And I like that this method can be applied to pretty much all your details. She is Shan on it, Lozzie! She is, and happy belated birthday, my lovely. I know you had a birthday, and I said it to you, but I wanted to say it out loud. And Pickle, isn't it your birthday, or had your birthday? Please let us know. I know there's quite a few people. We're having the lockdown birthdays, even though it's not lockdown anymore, really. But you know what I mean. You can't celebrate with loved ones. But we can make up for it next year. And Miss Lozzie, I loved your picture, the colouring chicks mermaid. She was beautiful. Okay, so again, I'm going to bring that here. And now we're going to come back slightly to under each highlight. So when you place a highlight with your Posca pen, which is going to stay, it's not going anywhere. Helly! Oh my goodness. I love saying it out loud. I'm so sorry for your ears, guys. So every highlight that we've got, underneath those highlights, we're going to put a light coating of a shadow. So we're going for dark darks and light lights. That's where the contrast will come in. And I think that's where we go right with this and what makes all the difference. So you can see already it's made an effect. So before we start layering that up, we're going to now have a graduation, and then we'll start to layer and bring in more colour and depth. So it's just a start. Now, next up, we've still got all our darks. So we're going to come here and we're going to start to add this burnt sienna underneath. Oh, Sonia, happy birthday for then. Yep, Sunday. Okay, well, I'll see you on Saturday. So I will remember you and Isabel. So Passionista Colorista is also the same day as Pickle. I know that. Okay, so remember we've put all those highlights there. We're going to go over them because they stay. And Joanne, happy birthday. Oh my gosh, there's so many of us. We have got close ones together, haven't we? And we're all Tauruses. Okay, so just go over all that very lightly and let's place in where we're going to have all our darks, right? So as I said, it's going to take about 2 hours probably or more because I do chat and I stop for a second. So happy birthday to everyone that is having one on this week before or after Saturday. I will be here on Saturday. Okay. So I'm going to place in this here, which is a shadow. And I'm just going to go with, again, just very lightly. And this is the key. Just go light because you're going to build up. And it just is showing you where you're going to go with your darks. And with any mermaid tail, what I've realised by looking at pictures and you know, costumes, etc., is that they have such a nice way of doing lights, darks and shine, and a lot of shine. So that is, I think, going to be our key on this one. I think that's what makes all the difference. Hello, Michelle. Good afternoon, everyone coming on in. Welcome. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you've had a good week so far. Can't believe the days go so quick. You think that being at home it's going to drag, and some days do, but other days you wake up and before you know it, you're going back to bed. You're like, where did that go? Where did it go? I don't know. It went somewhere. That's what Andrew said to me earlier. Don't say it. And I was like, what? And he was like, time's pushing. And I'm like, oh, it does. It does so much. It's like, you think in the morning, oh my gosh, what am I doing today? And then before you know it, it's like, oh, bedtime. Good night. See you later. See you in the morning. Oh gosh. Yes, happy birthday for all those that was coming up. And remember, next year, this time next year, we'll be millionaires. No, that comes from, if you watch it, Only Fools and Horses. This time next year, we'll be able to celebrate. Oh gosh. Yeah, so we're hoping for a next September wedding. We've been looking, I've been planning bits. I've done all my bridesmaid cards, which was really good, and I sent them I don't want to show the video in case they really don't want themselves over the internet, but I made a little video up on my private Instagram for them and, you know, made them cry. But I love them dearly, and I'd have a couple more, but people are overseas and I'm like, how do I do the fittings and the dresses, etc.? But there will be invites, and yes, I cannot wait. It's going to be like a countryside, modern, vintage chic wedding, like my fairy tale. Yeah, this time next year. You can use eyeshadows. Yeah, people do use eyeshadows. I personally haven't, because I've got pastels. I think, you know, if you've got a cheap pastel set, it will do the job. Okay, so we're just going to place in those again, and then we're going to move on to the next phase before we come back to this one. So it really is just a build up. Okay. Yes, I'm so looking forward to it. I've waited this long and I'm like, oh, I can't celebrate. And that's what's got me down a little bit as well. Like, you know, we talk here, we're friends. It has got me a little bit not down, well, just sad that I can't celebrate with people, you know. I've waited this long and I've done all the celebrations with everyone else, with their weddings and their engagements and stuff, and you know, when it came to mine, we're all sort of like stuck and we're not allowed to be around people and house to house, and Andrew's on the shielding so he can't at all, and it's like, well, you know, the ship will sail by the time we're allowed to sort of do all that again. And yeah, it's a bit of a downer that we can't do that, but you know, health and safety and stuff is imminent. It's just key. Hey Amanda. Yes, it will. So I'm hoping that by this time next year we you know, we don't have to have all this social distancing, but I do think it's going to be a long time yet, and I think that we're going to have to change a lot, and it's the unknown, isn't it? Let's face it, all of us are in limbo at the moment. All of us are anxious to go out. There was a phone in earlier, and it was, you know, a phone in about anxiety, and it's FOGO, so fear of going out, and it's a big thing, you know. People are starting to phase back into sort of doing little bits, and there's so much anxiety about going out now and sort of mingling again, but yet you look at London tubes, they are absolutely packed like sardines, and I think that the world over there's going to be a fear of going out. I think we're going to have this for a while because we're so unsure and we don't want to catch anything, and we don't know what's happening or who's carriers, and I think we're going to have this for a while, but hopefully there are brighter days ahead. And if you're in the UK, like every Thursday, people clap for the carers, which is always a very uplifting thing. And yeah, I think we're just going to have a long sort of run around it. Hey, Claire. Ah, thank you, honey. Yeah, we're trying to replicate this one, and we're just starting it. Okay, let me have a sip of my tea, and I'm going to move to the next phase before we start building up. Okay, so next off, we're going to go to it's still a dark-ish colour in our palette. And let me get a couple of them out, and then we'll phase it out. Okay, so we're going to go to Burnt Ochre. Yeah, I know, Mum. I'm hoping it's like gonna be okay then. Okay. Right, let's Burnt Ochre is our next one, and now we're going to start to bring in this, like, this has got a slight orange tint. I'm going to bring it up a slight bit, okay, because we're going to bring this in the towel as well. So this is going to start to phase into these areas. Now it's a very light pressure, and as I said, I will convert the colours in polys when this is over. We're going to go for a little walk first because we've got to get fit. I'm like, I'm not getting fat again. I need to get fit. Oh my goodness. What happened, Tammy? I'm just reading up. Sorry. 1 second, guys. I don't want to miss what's going on. Yeah, Sherry, that's right. Yeah, that's another thing. I've got so much to send abroad. You know, like Happy Mail gifts and stuff. I don't know when it's safe to sort of send that, because I don't want it being lost in transit. I've got Ray, I've still got your pencils, hun, that I need to send over, and I'm like, you know, when is it safe? Are they accepting mail in the US from here, or What is the mail system like where you are? Are your mail accepting overseas okay? Is there certain countries that's banned? What is going on with the postal systems where you're at? Please remember to stick it in caps. Oh, that's okay, Eva. That's what I'm here for. Do update me on the mail systems where you're at, because genuinely I don't want things getting lost or held back at the airports, and I don't know when it's safe to send. Joanne. The Kit Kats might not help. Are you sing? Colouring Heaven says the book. Oh no, really? They do, Mum. They do sell small tins of Luminance, small boxes of Lumies. They're very expensive. Mum, we'll have to sort out a couple of singles for you. I know I'm getting so... it's because there's no motivation to go out. Or, as I said, FOGO. You've got fear of going out, you know. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Oh, 1 second. I've got like pop-ups come up. Your device isn't fully protected. I know this. I know this. Okay. I need to ask better. I've got you back again. Yeah, they are safe here for the time being. Well, they're safe with me, but I don't want them getting lost. So the US are not accepting UK mail from Colouring Heaven. Is that right? That's crazy. Okay, so we're just phasing out that burnt sienna. That's what I'm doing at the moment. So we will layer up. This is just getting it started for you. Their borders, yeah. Yes. Fear of customers. Oh, see, you are, Helly, see, we were okay as well. We're accepting stuff. We're accepting mail from everywhere, I believe. It's like you say, it's just delayed. I know the US did stop certain things, and I think it was from Europe, I believe. And Australia did that as well, I believe. You can't get things from certain countries. So it's always best to err on the side of caution rather than send and it be... Yeah. Oh, you just got your Australia mag. Aha, so you can get them. That's good. So they must have reopened that. Okay. I'll have to check. You've got a couple of them. I'll have to check this out. Is that because you've got subscriptions though? Are they doing it on subscriptions only and not on singles? That's probably what it is. Okay. We'll find all this out and we'll update on the next stream on what is going on with mail. I will ask my end as well so I know what's going on. Right, so burnt ochre time. I'm just going to bring a little bit into, so this is all going to be pretty dark, so we're going to come back with our darker colour. But when I'm going to start to phase this in, we're going to bring down into here, and this is just going to go with the flow of this. So this has got the flow of these little wisps in the... You're so funny, Lozzie. Well, customers can be difficult, but common sense has seemed to fail some people, and I think that's what it is. In supermarkets, you've got the worst of it, haven't you? Okay. So we're going to just bring... We're not doing anything yet. We're just bringing some of that colour in. So it's going to be dark, but we've got some mixed burnt ochre streaks of it into your towel. And we're also going to do that coming up from here, but we're going to also put the oranges. So just to come, I'm going to have to bring the camera down that way. There we go. So we're going to bring some of that into our tail. But we're going to bring those oranges in a minute, which really set that tip of the tail off. So with that being said, let's just get our oranges seeing as we're down there. Hello, Becky. Good morning. Good morning. All right, Cornelian. Let's go for the bottom. Oh, I'm losing a hair. What's happening to my hair? Every time I touch my hair, that falls out. I'm like, what's going on? Another one. Oh my God, I'm molting. I'm molting. Oh look, my rings turn around. It still feels odd. I'm like, hello, you're there. It's not empty. Okay, let's put some Cornelian in. And let's bring a little bit up into here. Now, I'm not going to do it the full way because we're going to have dark in the middle. So bring those strands, like when I do hair, we're going to build up, but you're bringing that strand in because I really want that effect of like a strand where it sort of looks all shiny and really nice. So let's bring in strands as opposed to block colouring it. And that will allow it to flow. And then when you also get your Cornelian apricot, we're going to bring strands in again. Oh, Leo, no, you can do it. Take it step by step. With colouring, take it step by step. You can do this, trust me. Oh, thank you, Hannah. Yes, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm just so sad that I can't celebrate with people, and it really is putting a downer. But, you know, hey-ho. Health over everything. Health over everything. Okay. Can you see those colours, right? So, when I'm coming back to my burnt sienna, which is our darkest colour, we're going to bring that in. So this is our darkest side of our tail, and we're going to sort of leave a gap from your oranges to your burnt siennas. And the reason we're going to do that is we're going to put like a yellow tint in the middle. So all these colours contrast dark, light, and then a mid-tone. And it makes a massive, massive difference to the result. So when you're coming up here as well, we're going to bring like this sort of dark down to here. We're going to have that mid-tone of burnt ochre here. So it's all about mixing. So just mix it out. Then it's how you're going to sort of introduce it. Let's get our brown ochre 10%. 15.5 years. Oh, you haven't, April. You'll get there. You'll get there. That's it. You must, Debbie. You're totally right. Right. And then this part, you need to blend down a little bit. So it's all about the blend. And it just makes the graduation when we're going to go into our lights easy. Okay, so come back to burnt sienna now, and we're going to sort of bring more strands in. So let's bring more of these strands down, and it's kind of this whole section that I've done it as. Now if you do go over your lotus, or it's lily pad things, are they lotus flowers? Bye, Rochelle. Take care, honey. Thanks for popping in. Have a good day. Don't worry about getting anything on there because you've got an eraser somewhere. I've just got the little Tombow, and you can just erase that tiny little line. I've already got colours. Now, we are going to use Artesias as well, and Lumies on this picture. So I will convert as we go along on each stage to polys only. I'm not going to do loads of conversions. Polys will be enough. Now, generally, I think Colour with Claire, bless her heart, she's done your conversion charts. Polys, Prismas, I'm pretty sure she has. She's got you covered. She's got you covered. Hi, Sue. She's got you covered. So, she's done these on her site. I think on your website, haven't you? Or your blog. You've definitely, I know she's definitely done loads of conversion charts for you. Bless her heart. Okay, so you can see like all these lovely colours coming through. Let's go now back to one of our colours that we were using, which is the, but was it Burnt Ochre 50 or Burnt Ochre? Burnt Ochre. And they're also going to introduce into this tail here. We are going to darken it up as we go along. Water lilies, thank you. And as we go along, we will, you know, deepen, layer, and do all those things. But for now, we have to sort of introduce colours so we know where we're going with them. And this bit has to be block coloured because it's a space between. Oh, Lozzie, we will miss you. But okay, I know that you are doing such an important thing. They're clapping for you as well tonight. So you take care and I will see you soon. I'm a bad influence. Whoops. Yay! I'm so happy for you. I love it when I hear people doing shopping and buying themselves pencils. Fantastic. That will be a good day. Okay. Right. So we'll leave that for now and we're going to come back up to our tail. Now we're going to start to use other colours to phase into the middle. So let's grab our, is it brown ochre 10%? I have to get my, there we go. Okay, let's grab our brown ochre 10. They are, Joanne, they are. She's sat and done them all. And then Vicky, I believe, has just done a conversion chart from Holbein's to, was it Prismas or Polys? She's done one. And that is on her community settings. So colouring with Vicky, go pop over. She's done one for you to download. So that is so helpful. So you got lots of lovely conversion charts. I will convert my colours that I'm using today into polys for you as well. So I've got you covered, got you back. Wow. It brings you happiness. So hubby should support that part. That's what I say to Mr. Andrew here. Makes me happy. He's alright. He's never worried or bothered when I've ordered anything. He knows the score. Okay, so we've got brown ochre going into this, which is going to phase out. And we're going to start to put in some like yellow ochre and stuff, but that comes like in sort of moderate amounts, not heavy amounts, because if we do that, it's just going to overtake. Okay, so this just kind of blends it into the middle. And now we're going to introduce something quite yellowy, which is raw sienna. I need to find it. It's beside me somewhere. Is that raw? Yeah, raw sienna. Okay, so with this, let's start to drop in some raw sienna, especially on this side, which is like a yellow. It looks like a yellow, doesn't it? It's very much like a yellow. It's like that dark Naples yellow that we've got in the polys. And then we're also going to put some into where we just put that brown ochre 10%. So just drop it in. Again, very light amount. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to go quick. Okay, so just a very light amount. So I'm going to try and limit myself to like 2.5 hours because, as I said, we still got to go and go for a walk. We're trying to do a hilly walk now, so that we've got hills. But I get anxious, and we were talking about this, and I believe some of you will have the same anxiety, so I'll just talk about it. So with if you've got anything that, you know, like chronic pain, you get anxious. And you get anxious in situations that might put your pain or your back or wherever your pain might be in jeopardy. And that's what has stopped me from exercising for so long. you know, it hurts. So I've stopped. I haven't exercised in years, and that's not good because you need to strengthen. So I have to get over that fear and just do it, because I'm not going to get any better, and I need to strengthen and lose some weight. So I have to really focus on that. And so we, you know, Andrew's home, he shouldn't mingle, he can't mingle with anyone at the moment. And we sort of set this plan that we've got to do something and we've got to get fit, especially that we're getting married. So we're like, yes. So I was looking at an exercise bike today, you know, like, I have to get an exercise bike, I can't deal with this anymore. And you know, just do things in small moderation and build up, and not go full out to start with, because I think that's the key, is do things small and build up and see how you go. So that is the plan. I will tell you how I get on as the weeks go on. So I'm pretty anxious, and it will be, you know, one of those things that will take a gradual thing to sort of build up, and we'll see. Chip loves these walks out in the fields though, he's loving it. Okay, so you can see where we're starting to get a golden look. So let's go back to our brown ochre, and that's where we're going to put our buff titanium and primrose, because we're going to bring them in very shortly, which is my favourite. Okay, let's go brown ochre. So brown ochre 10% is going to phase us in, and you can layer over that raw sienna. And we can keep a light area. And we're going to just phase into the middle. So we're going to come back to all this part after. Yeah, that's right, Sherry. Yeah, I think that's what I said. We're in a group of people that, you know, some people can relate. And that's why they've taken, you know, colouring up, is because they're more at home than they are out. So I definitely think it's something that, you know, people can relate to when I talk about. Oh no, I'm missing the fun. What's everyone up to? Sorry. Yeah. I don't know why they're in percentages. It's just the amount of pigment, I believe. Because if you've got brown ochre 10% and then you've got another brown ochre 50, it's the amount of pigment. So one is lighter version and one's a darker version. I believe that's what it is. So we're just phasing that into that shine. And we're going to do all the, you know, the fun stuff with the scales and the highlights, and add all the special effects in, but that comes last. Okay, so we're going to go right up to the top now, because that's going to have some pigment, but we don't want it to have a lot. And the same with this section here. I'm going to bring some of that into this area, and the middle will have the primrose and the buff titanium. So it's all about just phasing it in, and we're also going to bring some of that pigment down here. So it's like a nice light brown, like the lightest pigment you could imagine of brown. It's got a brown hint. It's so warming. Hello, Pat. Okay. Let's go for some primrose and buff. So primrose is first, and it's got like a yellow hint. And we're also going to bring the buff titanium in after. So I'm going to bring some of that around the sides of the tail and into this part here. Remember, if there's anything for me, pop it in big capital letters. Anything you say, just pop it in big caps. Oh, nice, Linda. How much are these pencils? They're quite expensive, the Lumies, hence why I'm going to convert them into polys. They're like average on £3, £3 per pencil. So I will convert them into polys, which are a lot more affordable if you want to buy in singles. But I'll pop all the links after the stream. Just give me up to 24 hours because I've got to convert. I'll pop the links in first and I'll convert the things over the telly like before I go to bed. Okay, so we're going to bring that on the very bottom as well. And into this part here. Okay, and then we're going to get Bath, which is my favourite ever pencil. Okay, so we're going to go into the very middle with the Bath, and we're literally going to have that as our highlight. And the same with the top, add it in all the way around on this shine into the very middle of this little part here and the very middle of there. Now all the Buff does is keeps your highlight, but it's not white, you know, it is a slight creamy color, as you can see on the card. It's like a slight off white, it's like a cream. It's just, I love it so much. Jennifer, if I had a choice, stick it in caps, hun, so I can see the next part. So if I had a choice, hello everyone coming on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, and then in the middle. Okay, so now we're going to build up and we're going to start to make a difference to this, and we're going to put all in our highlights, which I love doing. Oh my god. And then this next part, thank you. Okay, Joanne. Take care. Like to buy whole sets and want to invest in good pencils. Polys and Prismas are good ones to start with. Hello, Tonye and Mary. It depends on what you want, and it depends on what you like. If I had Polys or Luminance, oh my gosh, that is so hard to say. I love both. For the amount you can get in a set, 120. Are you looking at a set to start with? I'd say polys. But as you get, you know, more and more invested in the hobby, I'd say definitely Lumies. Okay, we're going to come back now and we're going to start to build up. We'll come back to our tail last. So we're going to go for burnt sienna again, and now we're going to start to really enhance those colours because we've got our plan. And we're going to put all in our highlights and our details and all of that good stuff. It's really, really the fun part for me. So when you're coming back to your darker colour, we're going to go in between those highlights that we've already placed in. And you can see they've not gone. And the only reason they've not gone is because we added them with a Posca. They are more expensive, and that's why I say if you're starting out and you're getting yourself and investing yourself into a good set, I'd say polys over the Lumies because you're just starting out and you want to get used to the feel of pencils. Artist grade pencils are one of those things that are very subject to the person. I think most will agree with that, and I mean that in the sense of I'm going to go underneath all of these highlights again and reapply them. I mean that in the way of we all like different things. Some like softer, some like harder pencils, some don't like the feel of certain ones. Certain ones work better on different papers, and the list goes on. So if I was to say at the beginning, I started with my polys, I built them up, I didn't buy a full set. Thank you, Sing. I bought the polys in singles, and I bought 10 at a time, and I built them up that way. So I would say if you're starting, for sure I'd pick the polys, but now as I've done this for so many years, Lumies are a top favourite as well, and I like to mix them both, to be honest. I use them all. I use all my pencils, and I think that's one of the things, you know, you've got to also, they're easily available polys to replace at not such a high cost. there's so many benefits to polys when you start out, I think, and they also mix really well with any pencil set that I've used. Right, so I'm just applying and the paper. Paper's a big thing. It's a huge thing in the way of what works. Some oily pencils absolutely dislike shiny papers. It's like if you were to put oil on plastic, it would just slip, wouldn't it? So it applies with your pencils as well. Okay, so underneath this section here, if you go with a medium pressure, because this is going to have a lot of pigment, you have to phase that out, but on that very corner put the most pigment in there, and then as you're coming outwards just sort of blend it into the lighter tone there. See, that's quite dark now, right? So just have it nice and dark, and that's the thing, dark light do have a huge sort of effect. Same with here. You're going to have this to sort of be a bit darker than what it was, but again, you don't want to overshadow everything. This part under here will be fairly dark. It is shadowed. It's also where she's sitting. There wouldn't be much sunlight because she's on the rock, and also her arm is covering that area. So again, where I've already applied these little, and I know you're going to redo things, but there's a reason why we do that. It's so that when you're coming back to it, you can see clearly that you need to deepen things. And if you hadn't done that in the beginning, you might have lost those scales there because it's a darker application of colour. You're slowly liking your Prismacolors a lot less these days, looking to try it. Oh really? Is it more that it's not working for you with papers, blends, or you just leaning towards other things? Remember guys, just stick it in capital letters for me. Yeah, I love my Prismas, but I must admit I mix them with everything, and I use my Prismas the most because they're just there. They're easy for me, and I know the colours inside out. But I do mix them all the time, and I've been using pretty much all my pencils recently. I've been trying to grab everything. I haven't shown it on internet yet, Inktense for the ink house. And I used Artesias for this one. Hold on. Just going to pull you up a second. The Artesias I used with a very few Lumies on this lady, and this was a lot of fun, and her tail was all sort of Artesias, and that was a lot of fun as well. So there's lots and lots of things you can use, and there's so many pencil sets you don't know where to start. But Artesias also, you get 120 and they are budget friendly, and they're something that if you're starting out, I would say definitely invest in. And I'm not an Artesia affiliate or anything, I'm just saying that out of personal experience. The Artesias are really good, like really good. So I'm using Lumies, which are very highly expensive, but you can also have really amazing results with a budget friendly pencil. And it depends on what you want to invest in. But I would also say if you start out, something like the Artesias can work just as amazing as Lumies. You know, they're two different kinds of pencils, two different results. But I also really love working with the artist grade pencils because they give me results that I'm also very happy with. So it's really something that it's all to do with how you like pencils to feel. Harder, softer, are you heavy handed, are you lighter handed? It's all so different. Thank you. I'm actually going to pre-record this towel for you again before the end of May, hopefully, so that you can also see if you wanted to do this towel. But we're doing this one today. We're actually doing this whole picture, but we're doing the towel today. And then we'll do another stream where I do this colour hair exactly. So we've got a few streams lined up. But this one I'll do recorded because I want to get it done before May so you can have it as a mermaid. You can buy them on Amazon or you can buy them directly through Artasia. There's a couple of places you can buy them. Okay, sorry. So back to I was just trying to show you that there's so many things that you can actually do with pencils that are a little bit more budget friendly than Lumis. Let me make sure you've got good light. Is your lighting okay? I think so. Let me make sure. Yeah, I think you're okay. Right. Polys have good skin colours, but my favourite for skin is Lumis. In terms of the colours, I use and lean towards Lumis. For this girl, I used Lumis for her skin, but I used Artasia for everything else. So I mix all the time, but then that's because I've got the pencil sets there and I think it's good to use them all. But I think if you are starting, and I know quite a few people have got into the hobby, you know, because they're at home at the moment and it's something they've discovered and it's amazing, and I'm so happy more and more people have picked it up. I wouldn't invest in something huge to start with. Buy some singles, see what you like, and then, you know, I know if you're a full set person, like we all are, most of us are. Thank you so much. Hi Christina, I'm glad you like her. If you are starting, I honestly started with a budget set of Faber-Castells. I did a pencil. I'll show you a couple if you remind me of my ones. You know the Faber-Castell, they're a red student brand, budget brand, classics I think they are. They're so cheap. They're like £16 for the whole box. I started off with that and I was happy with them until I discovered Polys, and that was it. The addiction was real. I just couldn't stop buying Poly singles. It was like every month I had to buy 10, and then another 10, then another 10. And I actually started off with I asked around what colours they lean towards for skin colours in, you know, kind of Caucasian up to darker skin tones, and people told me, and I bought, you know, singles in those, and then it kind of built from there. Okay, let me do, that's quite dark now, so we're going to come to sepia, which I'm just going to show you how much it really is. A small amount. Oh lovely, thank you for that. Okay, so we're going to go in the very middle with this only, so literally down this part with the sepia, and that's just to make sure that that is your darkest area entirely. Okay, Bubbles, so just add in a little hint of the sepia. Okay, and the same with here, just add a hint and a hint in the corner. And then with these, I'm actually gonna, in the darkest area, I'm actually gonna place sepia on that, because it will bring out in the darkest area where your scales are, because they can get lost very quickly. And that is practically it with the sepia. It's just to ensure that your dark is dark. Hello Heather, how are you? Oh, top 5 supplies in quarantine. I've still got to do the quarantine tag. Oh my gosh, it's just because I've been having really bad headaches. Right, supplies. I would say Poscas for certain. I'm trying to think of what I use the most. Okay, so I'd go for Prismas as my first. and Polly's is my second. I'd mix those two because they're the two big brands and I can mix them. So that's 1 and 2. Posca would be my third. I can't do anything without a Posca pen. I love my Posca pens, and it will be the white ones, I think. Hi, Leela. Okay, just bear with me a second and I'll carry on. Then I think we all need a mono or I'd have an electric swordfish sharpener or a sharpener that gives you daggers. You need an eraser and a sharpener. So are they standard? We'd say they're standard, wouldn't we? And what else do I use the most? I'd say pastels. So I'd put the pans in there because they're really good for either bases or you can use them for backgrounds. So I'd say the pan pastels as well. What would be yours? Let me know. I'm trying to find my card. All right, there we go. Yellow ochre. Oh, I'm not sure, Tanny. I'm not sure. Does anyone know? I'll have to look that up. Isn't it something... I'm not quite sure what the new name of light flesh is, actually. I'll have to look that up. It's the same number, but it's changed the name. We are okay. We're muddling through. It's like the common answer is not great as some, but better than others. Meaning some people are getting on fine and we're probably not there, but we're not as bad as it could be, if that makes sense. So we're just sort of in limbo at the moment. How about you? Oh, and cards. But the books would be the quarantine. So the 5 quarantine books is I'll have to record that video. So it will be with those books. So the supplies would be with those books. Wouldn't it? I think. But I'd have my card. I need my card stock. I think I use that on practically everything. So this card stock, I always buy like 200 of them. But it will be pans, polys, and prismas because they are certain. And then you need electric eraser and sharpener. Let's just double that as 1. Thank you. And also, let's bring some of that into here. And my card. I think they would be my top. What about you guys? Okay, let's put some yellows into there. So it's not too many. And allow that sort of mid-tones. Right, and you also need primrose and a lighter tone. So we're going to go for brown ochre 10%. But you see how it's coming to life? It comes to life pretty easy, and we're going to deepen it as well. And then we're also going to go for your primrose, which is a very nice light tone. And then we'll build that colour up. And then your buff titanium. And that goes in your middle. And you can do this block a little bit. So just go through. It will only just take out the white and allow that highlight area to just remain. Okay. Then you're going to build up on those colours. So they are, can you see if I pull back, it's going to start to come to life. You've got the colours coming up and it's all going to come together. Okay, that's okay, Ray Ray. That's fine. In and out when you want, hun. Love you. Just, let's go for burnt sienna. Whoopsie. Now these colours definitely need some attention. So let's go for more of this burnt sienna. And especially here, we're going to have to deepen that part. So we're going to have to bring this down and sort of make sure that pigment meets. So let's bring it down. Let's make sure that that's down so it joins, but do it lightly, otherwise we're going to have that, I hate that, where you graduate it but you've got a big separation and it doesn't sort of graduate out. It's got that separation line. I'm not a fan of that. I do, Kim, but not often, only when I need to. It depends on the paper. On this paper I don't, because my card is just brilliant. I love it, and it blends with the lighter tones anyway. So again, I'm just going to make sure that my darks are now going to be really, really standing out. Just like that. And the same with this part, so just bring it all out. Make sure that, you know, you've got that tone, but you're not losing your scales. So just reapply them in. And this part you're going to now graduate out. So we're going to grab Burnt Ochre 50 and let's blend that out on the edge. Bring some into there so it all sort of links in. When you stop colouring and you put it down, I jot it down. So sometimes I do. I think so, Sing, yeah. I think so. I believe so. It's all changed, but the number's still the same. So they changed the name, but they didn't change the number, which is good. Okay, and then we're going to go for the brown ochre, 10%. And if you just bring in, again, your burnt sienna, you can kind of, sorry about them, I'll move the camera then, sorry. You can sort of bring that up a little bit so you can blend it out. So it's just blending and making sure that you got that graduation right. Okay, so just like that. So as I come up, so we're going to come back to the tail very shortly. Again, let's make sure that all our colours are blending, and it is a case of just going back every now and then. Let's get some Burnt Ochre 50. And let's apply that into this area here. And that's into my yellow. So we've got some yellow in there, haven't we? So we're layering that up. And then this area, just again, I'm going to bring in just a touch of the darkest colour. And again, I just want to reapply some of those scales. And it is just a process of keep going back to where you know that the colour needs to pop until you've blended it out. But we will do this entire, this is going to be in parts, and I'll get it all ready and prepared beforehand. So we're kind of getting there. Can you see, like, as we're going, we're getting to the stage of, it is so effective. And it's just so simple with a few colours. So I believe that anyone can follow this and do it. Okay, so again, we're going to just blend out that dark very lightly. It's always a light pressure. Which ones, Kim? These ones, I'd say polys. Have you got polys there? Which ones aren't available in the US? If you give me a little while, by tomorrow I will put in the conversion in the description of these colours to polys. So don't worry too much if you haven't got the Lumies and you've got the polys, or you want to buy some singles and the polys to do it. I'll do the conversion for you, but I'll do that tonight, because obviously here now it's 5:30. I'll probably finish about 6:30, then, you know, dinner, walk the dog, etc. And when I sit down about 9 o'clock in the evening, I'll convert them over. Okay, thank you. Right, let's go again with Primrose, and then we're gonna start to bring in the contrast and really make a difference, because we'll bring in all the highlights and stuff. Okay, so we're gonna have to bring in our oranges, which is gonna be cool. It's just one thing I've started to learn, and it's taken me a long time, is that it really does all the difference is dark and lights, and it's so hard to achieve that on some things, and then other things it's not as hard. It just takes a little bit of practice, I think, and I think that's what I'm trying to learn, you know, myself. I'm learning all the time. Okay, thank you. Tough choice for PDFs. Don't have a printer. Should I just buy a printer? Seems even on top of that, double amount praise. I think in the long run, buying a printer would be your best bet, because if you are, you know, you've been around a while now, so we know that you're definitely in the hobby for the long run. But also it helps you with things at home anyway, you know. So I'd say definitely get a printer, and for the long run it will benefit you instead of wasting lots and lots of money over the years at a printer shop. But it depends on how many that, you know, if you're someone that colours in books more and you genuinely aren't someone that colours PDFs often, maybe not, maybe just go to the printers. But if you are someone that does digital, so many amazing PDFs, it's crazy, you know, from the stream that I did. I'll link that in the description as well. There's so many PDFs that you can buy that are beautiful, and it also, you can reprint them. So if you mess up or you want to practice, you can print and print again and print again and print again. It's just every time. I'll put it in the description, Rupali? When I've finished. Okay, Cornelian, it's just a cardstock. I haven't got anything special. It's just a cardstock from a seller on Amazon. I will pop it in the description, and I will specify which seller, because there are 7 or 8 and some of them are not suitable, so I will list which ones. Oh, Tara, I know how you feel. I've been having them. Go and lay down if you need to. Okay, so we're putting in some Cornelian. I'm going to bring you down. I hope there's not a shadow. I'll try not to get a shadow. So on the light area, I'm bringing in Cornelian, right? So I'm going to do it on one side the most, and little application on this bit. So on here, minimal. Yeah, just give me a little time. I promise to stick all these things that you're asking for in the description after the stream. I think I wrote in my description, within 24 hours I'll put all links and colours, so gives you an idea. Just shout at me very quickly. I'll write it down at the side what exactly that you want me to provide extra into my description. So you want me to do cardstock? I know the colours: cardstock, pencils, conversion. I'll put the PDF stream so you can check out how many there are. Hey Donna! Anything else, let me know. So cardstock, the pencils, the conversion I will do. That will be up by tomorrow. The PDF stream to check out a collection. If there's anything else, let me know. I've already got the... I'll stick in Mariola's because I mentioned her earlier. But remember, if you're talking to me, just pop it in caps. Okay, so we're still on Cornelian. I'm just going to bring it up a tiny little bit. Are you good in your screens, everybody? Alright, so we're going underneath them all. Oh, my printer. That was it, my printer. My printer, model, and make. Okay, so we're going to come down to my town. Now I start to make a difference with the vivid colour of the orange. We're still with this colouring ride, guys. I'm trying to make sure that I, you know, give all the information that I can as I go along, so that it's nice and easy to follow. So nice and vivid on the end. And again, we're bringing, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm leaning my chest against this. Right, that's it. There are waterpaper colouring books. There are. Oh my goodness. Right, bear with me, everyone. I'm just going to go for a ride for a second. That's it. I needed to push this, the tripod. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. Live streams. Okay, so we're just going with small lines. It's leaning on the tripod, and I was making it fall like off the table. Yes, it is something different. Okay, then we're going to go for apricot, and this is like a lighter end on the towel. So we go for, I have to turn it, there you go, apricot. So the apricot's going to meet all that Cornelian, and again in little strands, just allow enough. Now you want a separation of the darks and the lights, that's the whole point. So you're going to have those lovely primrose tones that's going to come and meet this part. Now as you're coming into the middle, we're going to phase this out, so we're going to stop there, and we're going to bring in our dark again. So like on this towel, you see where I've gone light and I've gone dark in the middle. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to bring in the burnt sienna, and this is going to be our dark colour. Let's bring it that side. It's going to be our dark. Oh no, it needs to come this side. There you go. So you can see it. It's going to be our dark, and it's going to come in the middle, and there's a reason. It's because I really want this to stand out. So again, it's the difference between lights and darks. I've applied that shadow in quite firmly, and we're going to start to bring in very lightly, and again it needs to be at a point, this middle section, and that's kind of just going to be in the very middle. Sorry about that, I'm going to have to mute my computer. So just nice and light application to start with. Everything I do, I start light. Ah, thanks, Helly. Let me just have a sip of my drink. I might get Andrew to make me a coffee. Andrew, can you hear me? Oh, you have. Hi, Chip. You on your dad's shoulder. Everyone, 2 seconds. I'm just going to put the kettle on, because I need to keep my mouth. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Let's put that there. I'm going to be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I really needed a coffee. I was like, oh, where I'm explaining more than I usually would. Yeah, you know what it's like. So I just got one. Oh, it's amazing. I've been having coffee quite a lot these past few weeks, which is unusual for me because you all know I'm a tea gal. Okay, I need to make sure this is super sharp. Thank you, Jamie. I'm glad they bring some entertainment. Okay, so we are at burnt sienna, and like I was doing, I'm just bringing in strands and strokes just to bring in some texture. And this is all going to have a white outline, and we are going to introduce white Posca into it as well. but we just need to bring in this like nice deep dark colour, and the burnt sienna is perfect for that. And when you bring in the other colours and sort of blend it out, it all sort of ties in. Now that here is actually like a stem, so I'm just gonna make sure that the colour's not on there. And then there's sections in this picture which I'm just in love with. I don't know about you. I think this picture is absolutely beautiful. I don't think you'll ever stop me buying PDFs. Like, I just add to them, and I know I've got a million. They're just so amazing because you know. No, I haven't tried them. Yeah, I noticed as well, a lot of our colouring books on Amazon have, they're not in stock because they're like coming from abroad. I don't know if you heard that. That was my stomach. And they've kind of just like put them as currently unavailable. So, to be honest, I was waiting for the new Fabiana Atanasio Enchanted Castles. You know, the, oh my gosh, what are those books called? It's a series of books, the ones with Joseph Cattimbang. Oh gosh, why can't I think? Is it Imagimorphy? No. Imagine something or another. Oh my gosh. Why has my brain gone blank? You know which ones. Well, hold on, guys. Who's that? Brother. You have to talk to him from the window. Sorry. Andrew's brother's turned up. You can't go. Hold on, everyone. Sorry about that. Bear with me. Sorry, Andrew's brother's downstairs because he can't come up. So sorry about that. You know, when you're live, there's always going to be something like that. Mythographic. That's the one. Thank you, sweethearts. Yes, that's the one. I wanted to order the Enchanted Castles, but it went out of stock, and I was just like, oh, forget it. You know, I'll wait. You know, there's a million and one things to colour in the meantime. Oh my gosh, Chip is not going to stop. Chip, come here, mister. But yeah, so Andrew's brother's downstairs. Sorry about that. And Chip decides to talk to everyone in the way that he does. And sorry if that's distracting. I can't really do much about that. As I said, live. It happens. Okay, so as we're coming down into these spaces as well, so we've come like across and we're graduating it. We're going to bring those oranges down to here. So again, we're going to go for Cornelian. I'm not, I know, unpopular opinion, I'm not a huge fan of the books, but the Fabiana one looks like a completely different book. So yeah, if there was one book that out of them, it would be the Fabiana ones. I'm not a fan, and I know it's an unpopular opinion, of the last two. I liked the animals one that Joseph Cattimbang did, but I didn't like so much the two that followed. That's just my taste. So when I heard Fabiana was doing them, I was like, oh, she's got, you know, a beautiful style of illustration. I'll like those. And then I've seen flip through. So I think you've done one, haven't you? Oh, sorry, Shannon, I know. He has to talk to everyone, Chip. Yeah, but thank God he's a small dog, because the barking. Shannon, you're so funny. You got how many? They all join in. But you know what it's like with dogs. He tells big dogs off and not little dogs when we're out, and he tells people off, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, what kind of dog have I raised? Okay, so let's go for a really nice light primrose now. And yeah, I think that's what it is. It's too much. It's busy, isn't it? It's busy. Right, I'm going to just bring my eraser. I'm not going to... I just want to take out a little bit of colour. I put a tiny bit too much in, so I'm just going to take a little bit out. Okay, so I'm going to bring Primrose into here. Chip! Let me go get him. I'll stop him from barking. Okay, let's bring that in. So I'm going to bring all those primrose colours sort of up, and I want to link it into the darks. So let's allow that to sort of bring that sort of milky colour up to there. KP! Hi! How are you, sweetheart? How you doing? Okay, so let's bring that up into here. And then if I bring that up a second, you can see how it's all going to tie in. Let's get some burnt ochre. 50%. Let's go for the 50. Okay. And then again, I'm just going to sort of bring those colours down. This part here, I'm going to allow some of that burnt ochre to come and sort of link it into the tail here, so that we've got some graduation, like, you know, where it's linked. I haven't, Robin. No, I haven't. Shannon, you're going to have to put on your Instagram when they all start on their, like, wolf pack howling. That'll be funny. Okay. So, again, with this, I'm just going to bring those colours into the scales. So, just applying enough in to make a difference, and into those there as well. So you see there's a graduation. With this part, we need to graduate it out a little bit more. So let's bring in our brown ochre 10%, and into those darks, I'm going to bring that right up, and the same into this. Now again, when you're doing dark and lights, just do it slowly, and then you can always build up, which is the key. So just bring enough, and we're going to build up on this part again in a minute, but it's just to make sure we've got a plan and a way forward, so we've got our final result looking how we want it. And then primrose, again, I'm going to bring that into here, and I'm just going to very lightly block this. And the middle, I'm going to leave. So I'm just going to bring this in, blend it out, blend, blend, blend. And then the very middle is going to have buff titanium. So, and we're going to bring our Posca pen in anyway. So again, let's get our buff. And in that middle section, we're going to have buff titanium. And just bringing in a little bit more. And the same, just making and ensuring. Now we're just going to build up now and add our highlights. Okay. Aww, how cute. Ah, thank you, Christina. I love little dogs. So I love all dogs. I love all dogs. But obviously, I'm biased to little dogs. Okay, and now we just got to build up on this and enhance it. And then we're done with the tail, and that's part 1. And then, as I said, what did I say I was going to show you? Oh, what you can do with, you know, you were talking about pencils, what you can do with a budget pencil. And I did that like 5.5 years ago. So I'll show you that. That was in Joanna Basford. Okay, let's go for some more enhancing on this part. So when you build up, you've got it now. It's all there. You're so sweet, Christina. I'm not. There are so many amazing colorists. Oh my gosh, I feel like an amateur half the time, but I just enjoy it, and that's what this channel's about. It's never been, and I've said it from the beginning, and you all know that. It's never been about, oh, I'm great, I'm amazing. No, I'm never like that. You should know me by now. I am all about just having fun with it, making the hobby something in your life that brings you joy. And when we go along, we can do a picture or two as we go along. And if I do something that I think that you'd like, then we do that. And yes, it's been a fun journey, and we've had more and more people join us along the way, which has always been a good thing. And it's more the community, I think. This channel is about the community. It always has been. It's your channel. It's something that you come to every week when I'm around, and never fail to make people laugh and smile, and you hang out, you've got to know people, you've made so many friends, and yeah, it's just been a journey, and I love it, and I think it needs to continue. Little dogs are only best when they fit in your lap and you can hold them. Yeah. Did I do the cast light time with Christine Karen girl with the hair? I did. That was good. I enjoyed that. Is he gone? Andrew, yeah. Where are you going? He left his son. Oh. Oh my gosh, Chip. Okay. Chips. Okay, burnt sienna. Now this needs to... And Chips has his say. Let's do that. Let's bring in Chip. Come here, mister. Let's bring a little bit more depth. So this bit's all going to be deep. And just build on that. One dislike for you because that's okay. Chocolate cookie, you dislike away. Oh, Melody, yeah, I send Melody quite a few things with Chip all the time. I'm like, here's Chip pictures or Chip post. Yeah, he's a character. He has to tell everyone off. He's been going to the park, and he loves it. This was me and Chip yesterday. It's not a great picture of me, but never mind. This was us yesterday. We were like in the park. We were talking to I can't even remember who I sent this to. I sent it to someone. And this is his little... He loves the park. He just toddles away. I don't know if I got another video of him. Let me see. Oh, my hands. I keep getting hand cramps. I think it's oh, here he is. He just loves going out in the parks now. Look at that tail. He loves a little walk. At first he was reluctant, but now he sort of like skips along and he's like, yeah. Yeah, his little towel is so cute. Right, we're near the end actually, because we've got to do all our details, but that's always at the end. So it's just making sure these are, you know, done to the way we want them. Yeah, I know, isn't the towel? The towel is just something else. It's got a life of its own. It's like a feather duster. I love his towel so much. I'm like, ow, look at him. He's just so cute. I tell him he's cute every day without fail. I'm like, you're just cute. Why are you so cute? Gets you out of trouble. Stop being so cute. Okay, so that's definitely done down there. And now it's just to make sure all these bits are definitely done as well. He is sassy, isn't he? He should have been a girl. He should have been a girl. I'm like, ugh, you should have been born a girl. Okay, so we need to put some like yellowy orange in this pot. So we're going to put some raw sienna in this little section near her bottom. Let's put a little bit of that so it's a bit more golden. Oh, she didn't get one, Heather. We went to see her, but all this happened then. That was when it was just all starting. So she got another home, but when this is all over, they'll get one for sure. But yeah, this all happened that same week where we went in lockdown, or we were told to stay home, and it was just all the wrong timing with the dog. So yeah, they've got to look again. But yeah, bless her. Dolly got another home. She got another home. Oh, yes, you should. Send me it on Instagram. Thank you. Cornelian was pure white. Oh, no. I'm so sorry that you lost her. The thing is, they steal our hearts, don't they? But then they leave you with the memories of them. And it's so hard when we lose them. I miss Tilly every day. I was talking about her yesterday. I just miss her so much. Like, Tilly was my budgie. Was big part of my life for 8.5 years, and she was just my world. And when she died, it left a massive gaping great big hole, and I've never got another. And I was going to get a budgie after, and I just decided that no other budgie will be the same. Like, she was one of a kind, so I didn't end up buying another one. And you know, part of me thinks, well, do I or don't I? And I kind of just, yeah, to me no other budgie is going to be the same. I don't know. It's hard. They do leave a hole. But we are so blessed to have them at the same time. And you wouldn't change it for the world, would you? You know, and I think everyone that's had a pet and lost a pet could say the same. It's so hard, and it is incredibly hard to get over the ones that are... You always have the special. You know what I mean? Oh, Donna, I'm not sure. I just played around. I just had a look at a colour palette that I thought would go, and I picked up pencils and just tried it out this morning, and it worked. And I don't know. It's hard because you get some inspiration online. You type in mermaid tails in Google and you get some inspiration, and you just go from there, really. Okay. Next, we're just going to, this is just all detailing now, and this is where all the main stuff comes in, is in with the details. So we're going to come back to our Posca and our, you know, last details and stuff. So you're just making sure you've got all your colours right. Okay. Just make sure. And the same with all of this, you just make sure you got all your colours in. Just block it in a little bit so you got all those. Right, next up, you love your pocket parrot. You had it for 15 years. I know, they are so smart. No, I know, they aren't. Yeah, I think so, Michelle. I think it's one of those things in time. Right, so we've got this version and we've got this version. They are almost identical. What is now to come is all the details. So as you can see in this one is all the Posca. So we're going to take out all the black lines. We're going to add in and reapply these parts, and also in this bottom section, and we're going to also do it into here. We're going to put a shine on the very top because that's probably where the light's going to hit, and we're going to do the most of the white on this side as well. So that is our next step. So we need a Posca pen. As I said, Poscas are your way forward with everything. So good night, Con. Thanks for joining. So we're going to use a Posca in 0.7. How old are you, Chandon? Thank you. Okay, Posca. So I'm going to bring you down because you need to follow the detail. It makes it a lot easier for you to see. We're going to start off with the bottom. As I said, get your Posca going. Make sure it's all nice and like... Oh, okay. That's okay. I know you'll watch this back and follow, and then you'll send me all the pictures and I'll be like, she's so beautiful. Okay. So let's get our Posca running. That's it. So I'm going to take out, I'm literally going to go along every black line on the tail. And it's so, it looks like it's just the colour. Oh no, Tove. So as I said, I need to, this is my last, I think, so I'm going to reorder some, but I get mine on Amazon, but I have been holding out because I didn't want to, you know, use Amazon for just Posca pens when people are needing like necessities because they're stuck at home. So this I think it's got some more still in it, but you always know when it's getting low because you have to keep repetitively shaking it. It drives you nuts. Thank you. Okay. Right, and then we just bring very fine. This is why I say the thicker ones won't work for this. So very, very fine. And it's okay if you do it like quick because it actually is more effective to do it quickly, so it makes a very fine thin like hairline, and the hairline is the most I think effective. So we're going to come up to here and we've got these now. You'll see the difference now. You can see all those ones that you've already painted earlier on, and now it's going to really come into play. So you're going to reapply them because you can see them. Whereas you would have lost that, they would have gone. This is why you have to do it in stage 1. Because if you don't, you will lose every single one of them. And it will be very visually hard to do it. Or you can just guess. But I think it's better to just place it in at the beginning. So now your job is a lot easier. And it's a lot more effective as well. So very thin, very quick and very short, sharp strokes. You can reapply all these little shiny scales. Same with underneath here, you've already added some in, and all these ones here. So just little tiny strands. They remind me of like hairline strands really, but in little semicircles. And the same with coming now. So we're going to follow that line and just take out every single black line like that. Tammy, I think it's because of people using right, I'm going to take it up to there and leave that part because that's dark, because people are using the Amazon for, you know, food and necessities, because a lot of people can't get out, and there are a lot of people also that, you know, Amazon are just like, no, I'm taking that off of our listings because we need to sort of prioritize certain things. I think that's what they've done. Okay, so we're doing that. Now on this side, I'm just going to do very few. So I'm going to go under a few, just like that. And at this top bit, I'm just going to bring another line in, just to apply an extra bit of shine. Yeah, no, bless Lozzie. Okay, so I'm going to come slightly under. I'm not going to put many. I'm going to do just a couple. And then also going to bring the line to take out the sorry, just got to get that. That's it. Got to get the Posca going again. Okay, we're nearly done. We're nearly done. And then Connie, I think, has just gone live. So you got another stream to hop into. I'm almost done. Okay. So just bringing that white line. Okay, make sure your Posca is nice and flowy, not like mine. Just take out every single white line that you can. Yeah, me too. I think we've all lost track. Is that, what day is it? It's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all merged. So it's like just an every day, isn't it? Every day. Okay, so again, in these parts, I'm going to turn and I'm just going to apply these white lines very, very thin. It's like wispy lines. So just get your pen going on a bit of paper. Don't shake it all over yourself. I've done that before. Just nice wispy little lines. Same with coming sort of up. I'm going to apply a couple. Just little wisps. There we go. So nice and effective. Now, again, very, very, very lightly, I'm just going to plant in a little space of like dots, but the whole point is that it's just a bit of extra decoration. So just something small and enjoyable to do, just like that. Okay, so just ensure that everything is dark. Right, last but not least, let's deepen out all of our deep parts. So we're going to get our burnt ochre, our burnt sienna, sorry, and our sepia. The last two things to do. Okay, so just now, very, very quickly, let's make sure that we've got those darks deep enough in those sections. So in between all those highlights you've just done, just apply a little bit of the burnt sienna. Now I'm not pressing hard, I'm sort of pressing medium-ish. It's just to make sure that you are definitely happy and confident that you can walk away from this towel and think, I'm finished with it. So it's just finishing touches. So again, this is going to be deeper, and on the underneath as well, just to ensure. Okay. It's just to make sure that you're all done. And then your sepia is the very middle. Like seriously, just minimal. Thank you. I hope that you know, people will give it a go. And just if it's something that you like. As I say, I do things on here so people can take it away and try it. That's my aim every time. I'm like, you know, if I do something like this, then it's there for everyone. It's not there for me, it's there for everybody. Okay, and again I'm just going to bring small amounts. Bye Heather, bye Patty, thank you. I'm finishing up in a second. I don't want to overlap anybody. I have been on just over 2 hours though, or 2 hours. So yeah, I'm so happy that, you know, I tried this out because it was a complete experiment this morning, and I just thought, okay, I'm going to try it. But this was an overwhelming vote. So people voted for this, like it was an overwhelming vote. There was like 45 votes against like 11 and 5 or 3 for the other one. So it was an overwhelming response to this one. So it had to happen, and I thought, I'm not coming on here blind. I see her as a golden mermaid. I'm going to try it out. So yeah, that was the aim of this one. Okay, so as you can see, it's very effective how it looks. Bye Tara, thank you for coming. So as you're going to go into the skin, which we'll do on the next stream, or we can do the Mariola hair the next stream and come back to this on next Tuesday. I could do this every Tuesday and then do the Saturday stream as something different. It's entirely up to you. I think that's the way to go. Do something, yeah, why not? Okay, so we'll come back to, we'll do this every Tuesday. I do, Jennifer, I've only just got them. They are great for detailing, as is the Erogetons. So yes, I do. Okay. Oh my god, is anyone's hay fever really playing up today? Mine is. Sorry, excuse me. Thank you, honey. It's good to see you back. I don't know which one you're talking. Am I talking to Mary or Tonya? Which one? Which wifey am I talking to? Okay. There we go. So just again, I'm just making sure that my details are, you know, as I want them. And the good thing with this is because the pencils are sort of waxy, this will go on like wisps instead of being too clunky and thick. Ah. Hi, Ishara. Oh, at the minute, not what the PDFs. I just got them in like a folder, like one of these things. Just one of these plastic places. Plastic places, you know what I mean. I stick them in like together in a plastic sheet. So, plastic wallet. Tonya, can you hear my voice going? Oh my goodness. Sue, it's always good to see you. That's fine, even for a few minutes. Okay, so that is part 1. So what we'll do on Saturday. Thank you. Hi, Emily. We will do this hair then, if that's what you would like. Just the hair. We could just come back to this after. So we could do this on Saturday, the hair, if you like, and then come back to this on Tuesday. I don't mind. Hey, Kathy. So I'm happy either way. So as I said, I've done this. I've got 2 copies now. I didn't finish this one though. I just kind of like did this bit to see. So we do this on Saturday. We'll do the hair, and I'll get the colours out there for you first. Give me 24 hours and I will do a conversion of Lumis, of the tail to Polychromos. Oh, I have done loads of that, Shara, in the past, but it has to wait till all of the post is up and running again. I've missed you all. I just felt rotten, but I'm so happy that I streamed today. It's been an absolute like relief to get back, and I miss it, and I love doing it. So yeah, it was like a week, but then again, a week's only a week. We all need that. So yeah. The hair is Polychromos. So I've got the colours. I'll tell you the numbers now. So for the hair, if you want to get them in advance, for the hair you need, hold on, let me tell you. Okay, so it is numbers 185, 183. 1 minute, let me write them down. So 185, 183, 182, 179, 280, 169, and black. That is what you need for the hair. Those colours. So that's the colours that I've used in Polychromos. That is what I used on the hair, and that is the result. So it's kind of like all the strands. You try and make it look as realistic as possible, and I really like the result of the colour. It was like a, I don't know, it's like a reddish blonde. So yeah, that one, and then we'll come back to this next Tuesday. So Saturday will be this one. Tuesday we're going to come back and we're going to do her skin and hair. I think this will probably be 4 parts, so we'll do this over 4 parts, and we'll do this one on one stream. So we're just doing the hair on this one. Yes, I'm so happy, thank you. I will put the link. So it's Mariola Budek. Oh my gosh, Cassandra, bless your heart, thank you so much for coming. Oh, so yeah, we'll do that, and I will look forward to that. So this was just fun to do. I love doing, I didn't realize how much I really like doing the mermaid tails and experimenting with the different colors and the shines and stuff. So that was really fun. So Mariola Budek, whoops, and that's on Saturday. There you go. And we'll come back to this on Tuesday. I'll put the links of everything. But yeah, I'll just give me 24 hours to put everything on. Okay, Suzanne, thank you for following. So let me Lavalu 4,000. Okay, so give me some time tonight after dinner and stuff. And I will do the conversion for you for today's stream. But thank you, lovelies. You have an amazing evening. It's gone 6 o'clock here, so we're going to go for a little trot. And I will see you on Saturday at 4 p.m. my time. If I come on a little bit earlier, then it will probably be 3 my time, but I'll try and get here at 4. So I look forward to it. So are you, Amberly. Your colouring is amazing. Thank you, lovelies. I will see you on Saturday. Bye. Take care.